Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this Team Yankee battle report. Today we're playing West Germans versus Soviets, and this is the field we'll be playing on. Now, this is kind of along a highway, so it's a lot of open spaces, and that BMP-1 in those craters will serve as one objective. We have another one over in between the parts of the church that will serve as another one. The terrain, as of general, is somewhat open, but there are a lot of blocking fields of fire. I am playing as the Germans, and I have a Leopard 2 company with a Leopard 2 company commander and 2 platoons of 3 Leopard 2s. As for anti-air, I have a Roland flak battery, 2 pieces, and also a Jaguar 1 tank hunter platoon as support. Now, in hindsight, I could have used some Panzer Grenadiers just to flush out the enemy mechanized infantry, but you know what it's like. Hindsight is always 20/20. My opponent is running a T-72 battalion with his T-72 commander. 1 unit of 5 T-72s, 1 of 5 T-64s, and 4 T-72s more, supported by 2 Hinds. And there's also a unit of 5 BMP-2s with 4 AK-714s, 3 RPG teams, and 1 Gremlin team. Germany has first turn. Now having a look at the deployment as of general. And as you could figure out, the West Germans did manage to finish the deployment first. The T-72s and their battalion commander all deployed on the left flank, so that is 10 T-72s on one half of the board. We got the dismounted mechanized unit by the church, and behind them we got the Hinds. We also have a unit of 5 BMP-2s acting as a meat shield for the T-64s. I got a Leopard 2 platoon on my side opposing the T-72s on his, trying to grab the objective. I also have my company commander with the other Leopard platoon behind the blue building there, and behind them I've got some Rolands, in effort to try to avoid his aircraft, and the Jaguars on the left side. The Soviets managed to grab first turn, and on the left side both of the T-72 companies decided to move in tactical speed, firing at the Leopard 2 platoon on my side, however only hitting once, which didn't cause any damage whatsoever. His battalion commander is still staying in the field station, and his infantry moved up, and 1 RPG team took position in the tower. On the other side of the field, the T-64s and the BMP-2s just went pedal to the metal, as I thought they would, and decided to tank shock my units. He couldn't really open fire, but his Hinds tried to shoot at my Leopard 2s, and 1 got intercepted by the Rolands. So now rolling to West German turn 1. West German turn 1. Much like trying to slap mosquitoes out of your face, I decided to just try to shoot down the incoming attack, with the Jaguars killing 3 of his BMP-2s, a bit of an overkill possibly, and my Leopard 2s killing 1 of the T-64s and bailing 2 of them, and that was the fire from 4 Leopards, which could have done a lot better, but didn't. However, my Rolands did destroy the last Hind. On the other side, my Leopard 2s stayed put, killing 2 of the T-72s and bailing 2 of them. On to Soviet turn 2. Both of the T-72s managed to remount, and the now smaller company poured 3 shots into the Leopard 2 platoon, killing 1 of them. And the 4 tank units fired at the Leopard 2s as well, but they failed to do anything useful. Which is a bit worrying, seeing as I don't really have any protection on that side. 1 of the T-64s failed to remount, and the other ones moved up through the wreckages and opened fire on the Leopard 2s, bailing out 1 of them. The 2 remaining BMP-2s moved up on the side and fired upon my Jaguars, bailing out 1 of them. And this is a little bit concerning for me, as much as he only has 5 vehicles left on his right flank, he does have 2 companies on the other side. West German turn 2. I failed to remount both my Jaguar and my Leopard 2, incredibly annoying. However, I did take the remainder of the Jaguars teams onto the other side so they could do some damage on the T-72s. My remaining Leopards, including the company commander, fired upon the T-64s, killing 1 and bailing 1, so it's just 2 left who are both bailed. And over on the other side, my 2 remaining Leopard 2s try to kill the behemoth of that T-72 unit, but probably misses 4 fucking shots. That's just retarded, seriously. Soviet turn 3. The T-72s on the left flank moves up and destroys the rest of my Leopard 2s and claiming that objective. So right now I'm about to be pinched in here a little bit. His BMP-2s on that side tried to move up and shot at my Jaguars, but missing 4 autocannon shots. 1 of the T-64s did manage to remount and make his morale, fired upon the Leopard 2s and did yak shit. So yeah, I'm about to be surrounded, but he doesn't have a lot of vehicles left. West German turn 3. The Leopard 2 did manage to remount, moving up and firing upon the BMP-2s, destroying them. And the company commander shot at the T-64, killing him, so now there's just one left who is bailed out. And on the other side, I put my Jaguars to use by firing 2 anti-tank missiles against the smaller T-72 company, killing 2 of them. And my Roland's just moved up a little bit to act as a meat shield at this moment, because it's about to grab that objective and shoot my tanks in the rear. Soviet turn 4. The last remaining tank of the T-72 company moved back, and the T-64, the last one remaining, failed his remount check again, whilst the rest of the T-72s moved up to grab the objective and killed both of my Jaguars. So at the moment, he is holding both objectives and I hold nothing. West German turn 4. The Jaguar finally managed to remount and fired an anti-tank missile at the T-72s, killing one of them. However, 2 more got killed by the Leopard 2s and 1 got bailed by them, so that's at least something. The company commander decided to kill the last T-64 before managing to remount and cause more problems. And in this moment, I did manage to push him off that objective, however he still has one in the church. This is where I would want some Panzer Grenadiers. Soviet turn 5. He is running low on tanks, but the company commander and the battalion commander opened fire upon the Leopards on the other side and managed to bail one of them. The last T-72 of that company also fired, but he missed. However, this little bastard, this RPG guy in the tower, managed to, through the shot of armor, bail out one of the Leopards, which is quite the achievement if you ask me. West German turn 5. My Jaguar decided to move up to provide a little bit of support, and the Roland stayed put. However, the Leopard 2 that got attacked by the RPG has failed to remount, but the rest of them did move into the objective and knock out the last T-72. And the company commander took a long shot at the battalion commander, bailing him out. So at the moment I did manage to retake one of the objectives, and he's still holding on to one of them. On to Soviet turn 6. One of the T-72 companies, the last one, did fail his morale next to the battalion commander, who actually made his, which is courageous to say the least. He took a shot at the company commander, however achieved nothing. So at this moment there's just one turn left of the West Germans, then it's game over. West German turn 6. This is the final turn. The Leopard 2 company commander and the remaining Leopard 2 platoon took a shot at the battalion commander, finally destroying him. And that Leopard 2 is still bailed out from the RPG guy, and I know technically I could take my Rolands and do a road dash to contest the other objective, but I find it to be incredibly unsportsmanlike, seeing as those guys would probably butcher the Rolands if there were to be another turn, and he would fail his turn either way because he didn't have a battalion commander on board. And as such, it's either a draw or a West German victory, depending on how you see it. Now looking at the game a little bit in hindsight here, I think a mistake that the Soviets did was to just rush a bit too hard on his right flank with the T-64s and the BMPs, because he could have used that time to just slow down a little bit and keep pouring in fire onto the Leopard 2s and the Jaguars in case of the BMP-2s. But since he did rush, I guess it did win him somewhat of an advantage, because he did tank shock me a little bit and I had to deal with that incredibly fast, which did buy time for his T-72s on the other side to destroy my one Leopard platoon. Technically, they were just 3 Leopard 2s versus 9 T-72s. He was definitely going to win that fight sooner or later, but he did lose a lot of tanks while doing it. If he could have tied up a little bit more troops into his right flank, so to speak, he would probably have won a lot more from it. Just keep my Jaguars, for example, out of the fight. In the most cases, they were the ones who did manage to destroy the T-72s as well as the other platoon. And that is pretty much it. As always, leave your thoughts in the comments, leave a like and subscribe if you so please. And let me know what we could have done differently, especially as it comes to the editing part, since I'm still somewhat new to this. As always, have a good one.